hands and force the tackle for a loss.
Gonna swing it on second down. Firing toward the end zone. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found this guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might...
Intercepted deep in his own end. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a third down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. The sweet feet buy a little time. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Rush is on him. And as he throws, got a man in the middle. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Makes the grab. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for a physical attack for the guy. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on 2nd down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
The Sooners will have it 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Give to the running back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Sooners back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. He'll keep it himself. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
To the air, it's Mateer. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys.
Oh, and that ball just inches away from being in every highlight around the country. That was an absolute bomb. Just couldn't quite get it far enough.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. With the catch, it's Watkins. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And guys, with the empty backfield on second and short, might they take a shot here? Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Snagged in the middle, it's Sharp. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Under fire. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be third down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Another incompletion on third down.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes a grab, plenty for the first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. This will likely be the last play of the half. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Nestled just inside that right upright. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Sategna. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the third quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better second half?
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, it was an amazing effort to make that catch on third down. Unfortunately, not picking up the first. I think if it had been a little bit more of an accurate throw, maybe he would have been able to do something with it, maybe make a guy miss and get upfield. Give him credit, though. It's a great catch, and now it gives the head coach an opportunity to make a big-time decision here on fourth.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Barnes. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. And their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
And the Sooners are on the move. Out of the gun, the inside give. Still running at the 35. Wide open. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's a really nice job holding that pass in, and you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry, they all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field, and that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes. And all.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room.
A really nice job by the linebacker there, understanding his responsibilities in that coverage. It's a cover 2 look, so there's 2 safeties playing deep. But the linebacker knows there's nobody underneath him, keeping him close to the line of scrimmage, so he can kind of float back a little bit, watch the QB's eyes, jump the throw, and make the pick.
Give to the back. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Man, that D tackle is cat quick. He exploded out of his 3-point stance, got immediately into the backfield, and he was able to get that tackle for loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's got it again. Turning it this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Sooners, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Out of the gun to give to the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. 3 yards. 1st down for the offense after that penalty. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking for a deep man. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Bringing it back. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. We reach the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
If you're going to try a push pass here on 1st down by the goal line, you've really got to get great blocking. You can't allow penetration, and the offense wasn't able to do that. Look at the defense on that last play. They were able to get in the backfield. They make a tackle on a speedy wide receiver to get the TFL.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second down was not what they had in mind. Now they'll try it 3rd and goal from the 8. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Brought it back to the 6-yard line after making the interception.
We still got time. Great job by the defense doing the most important thing, getting the ball back to their offense. Now the offense has to answer the bell, but good job creating the turnover. Now the offense, your turn.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Brown. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a 1st down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Complete downfield. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Fires downfield. Caught over the middle. It's Sharp. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Sharp. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the... There he goes! Talk about a timely run. Gets the 1st down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Situation like this late in the game, and the offense might be content just to barge right into the middle of that crowded run D. They'll give it to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And this is a moment with the lead late on third down that I would put the ball in the quarterback's hands and trust him to get this first down and keep you on the field. He's one of the most highly rated guys in the country. Throwing it, and if it's not there, use his God-given athleticism to go keep these sticks moving.
Here they come, facing third and long from the 20. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss.
This play works for one reason. You toss the ball quickly to the left, receivers have to block. Once that running back gets on the perimeter, you're going nowhere if those receivers aren't committed to getting on those DBs, locking on them, running their feet. That's not their first priority. I know they're going to catch the ball more than they're going to block. Nice job blocking on that toss.
And as they come to the line, they have the lead and they have the clock on their side. First and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass, it's Nussmeier. Here's a throw downfield late. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
And find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. They'll go to work in the air on second down. They get to him as he throws.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up. And you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Under fire. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back.
He'll take a shot. And that pass is incomplete. They were going for the consolation touchdown, but to no avail, and that's going to do it for this one. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they